My theory is all of us have our own planet full of us individually. Says Damo. It's a good theory, lads, but it sounds like you've been eating mushrooms for the past 2 years, my mate. Not being offensive for nothing, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't really make sense. Yes, George, Hardy, I've listened to everything you have to do. Whatever that means, mate. Tracy. And this is what you're witnessing as well, you know, with the youth. Because they're not in control of their emotions, they're having all these little pathetic little outbursts and you know, doing all little mad crazy things because they've just got no control of their emotions. They can get upset like that. Just lose the plot like that. Doesn't matter who they're with, the mum, the sister, the brother, bang. That's why you've got loads of mad scared of the sons now. Scared to have them in the house and that with the other kids because they don't know how they're going to snap. The majority of the time it's the weed. When you haven't got a joint, they're snapping. When your kid is in your house and he's normally sweet, now all of a sudden he's having these little hissy fits of a morning, angry, slamming doors and that. That's early stages of a pothead who hasn't got a spliff in the morning. Who would you vote for? No political party, mate. Why are you coming in chatting vote this and vote that? There's not even an election around the corner. That Nigel Farage thinks he's smashing TikTok. He's got all little hell. He'll just have them shouting reform for years till the next election. He's popping into lives going reform, reform, reform. Lad, give it 3 years. Watch how in bits it is. The other parties are destroying it now as you speak. They just haven't brought it out yet. Yes, Joanne. Do you think reform is going to be there in the next election? They're assassinating it right now, lad. You just haven't seen the documentaries yet. You can just imagine them when they're all boisterous because they've won, drinking. Some little reporters there like that. Probably Panorama. Because they are what they are. It's because they throw suits on. It doesn't matter how respectful and elegant they try to be when they're speaking about the situations. They are what they are. The narrative's exactly the same as that narrative and that narrative. It's just different dressage, different makeup, different angle, but the same subject. So you'll have your in-the-face angle and the political angle. And politicians don't like to answer. They don't like to confirm nothing, politicians, mate. The government is full of crooks. Tommy R tells the truth, says Vido. It's funny the way they only come in on fake accounts to back them up, isn't it? If I was supporting him, if I had his mentality and I was supporting him, I would just be fair facing it with him. Why aren't you? Simple question you've got to ask yourself. Yes, just Belinda. Hope you're good, mate. I'm never like him, never will be like him. Always despised the little divisionalist rat. He doesn't even know himself. Totally lost identity in that. Why have you brought him back into the conversation anyway, lad? I think he's all starting to work out exactly what this little like. You've only got to look at the country right now. Just look at the country right now. That's all you've got to see. What do you think? Do you think it was all instigated on the back of that thing in Southport, do you? It was all instigated on the back of them marches, mate. You know, they had space regardless if that incident happened. That's just happened and it brought it forward, if you like. So they probably had something planned for the weekend, but this kicked and he went, you know what, let's just pounce on that. Evil little bastards just went into Southport and destroyed it, mate. Luckily the community came together and showed the unity that they've always had down them places like that. They've got neighbourhood watch teams and everything and them gaffs people. You can't fart in them streets, mate. Neighbours taking photos of you from in bed. Telescopic photos and that. But you're just seeing the community come together. If they had a trade which could help the community, they used their trade, whether it was fixing fences, building walls, glass in the mosque. Fantastic, like that. What was even better though? Liverpool tonight, West Derby Roads. I sort of lost I lost like the humanitarian instinct in me, you know, in Liverpool type of thing. I was just looking at Liverpool thinking, this is disgusting. Liverpool's nasty. Hating on Liverpool. Hating the way it's going. Hating the way the kids are getting killed. Hating the way everyone's just oblivious to real. Hating the way everyone's becoming faker. All this is making me just like, who's done this to Liverpool? And then that tonight, it's just like, just made me proud to be a Scouser, mate. Made me proud to be a Scouser. It reinstalled, you know, the Scouser in me. It's what it's done, like. Boss to see, you know, mate. I wish you should have been watching it, because if you understand visual statements the way I do, trust me, like, that was powerful, that. It was just so powerful, mate. The way you've had a gang of protesters there. So basically, you got the mosque, and you've had a pro-Palestine thing sorted for outside this mosque, or something I heard them saying. And then you've had something in town or something, was it? And they've walked up to this one, and all the media are there, and they're thinking it's going to go off, and it never. There weren't no screaming and shouting. I think someone in the pro-Palestine thing had a big drum, and that was the noise basically. You know, if they didn't bring the big drums and all the big bang, 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 no one would be asked. But the bouncing round, and like, that was like 10 o'clock, big drums, you've got kids in the houses right facing, trying to sleep, all that. That gets them who are in bed going, who the f*** banging that drum? Hey! So you've always got to have that community consideration, you know, like the noise volume at a certain time, and 11 o'clock, let's cut that system down, stop revving the engines off ours. You know, let's give a little bit of peace and tranquility as some hours of the 24 that we get every day. You don't want to be living like you're in jail. You know, if your street's dead peaceful, and then you've got who's partying every weekend, disturbing the street, that's like being on a wing with a knobhead that's banging the pipes all night. Ding, 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 ding. Move them. Move them. Have a word with the landlord. Get her out or your house is gone. Because they're just going to destroy your streets. It won't be long before you've got a party that's got out of hand, police are at the scene, someone stabbed, all that. You just stop it dead. Have a word. Listen, young girl, that's not this street. If you're living here, calm down, look after your kids. No parties. And they'll fall in line if you've got a proper community. You know, like a united front. If you've just got a neighbour knocking going, can you keep it down please? Off. Do you think you are? But if you've got all the neighbours knocking and going, listen, this street's not like this. Pack it in now. They'll listen. Especially when you're in Liverpool. You corner anything in Liverpool, pants, mate. Depending who's cornering them, obviously. If it's a little wool, don't even try that. You don't even try and corner that Scouse, mate, you get ruined. Yeah, so that night there couldn't have gone. But then again, I hope I'm not words here, but that night there with on West Derby outside the mosque, best. That was a light, that was a shining example of how much progress Liverpool's made. You had people turning up to protect the mosque, and they didn't have to. You had loads of Scousers turning up to protect the mosque. Loads of Scousers turned up to do whatever, and it just never happened. And that's what it's about. Now, you can't get that sort of harmonious consideration between each other in the likes of Sunderland. You can't do that. What you're witnessing in Sunderland now is the power base of the North East Patriots. What you're witnessing in Sunderland now is deep. And that's one of them things where you're not going to get the Muslim community and them people being able to, even in the future, there's too many kids involved in that disturbance there. I was witnessing 50, 60 children smashing cars up. Right amongst all these adults cheering them on. That city's for a good 2 decades, mate. Easy. Gonna need a lot of work, that city now. And this is what happens, Liverpool. What you need to do, Liverpool boys, it is what it is, lad. Just look at Sunderland now. Don't let them get into our city and start doing this type of... Don't allow it. Doesn't matter what the narrative is. You don't have them smashing our city up. You don't have them smashing our shops up where our nans, granddads, daughters, cousins go and spend the day to chill out. Just don't allow it. If you've got your own kind doing it, they need putting up on a tree and hanging, mate. If you've got Scousers going through our city centre, destroying whatever, doesn't matter what it is. It's just going to impact on our lives. The people we're trying to protect, you're making their lives more difficult. How many lads, girls and mas and cousins all go to town on the weekend? 4 of them or something, or 3, all the girls go together. Let's go to town and get something to eat. That's gone once they've been in and had their little horrible ways. Town's shut for weeks and all this mad. And then it's the images that your daughters are seeing. And you've got to understand the reminders of the British girls that are in our country, but they've come from war-torn countries. They've came out of that bad space into this country. They haven't seen streets full of rubble since where they've left. Now they're walking down the street and they're just getting pure images of rubble on the streets, bringing them right back to what they're trying to forget. You just don't consider the true impact of your actions, really. None of them do. And these are British. These young girls traumatised for what they've seen, or these young boys, these are going to be growing up amongst your children. You know, you could have your son marrying this girl when she's 18. That's the way it's going to be, isn't it? So you need to harness them all. Keep on screaming at the top of my voice like I'm mad. But you need to understand how important children are on this planet. 10 times more important than us. That's why they come after us. There's a reason they're coming after us. There's a reason we came after them. Isn't there? There's purpose to all this. I can only echo one thing. We make the path of life smoothest for all these kids. We go through all this division. We master it. We come out the other side. So it's not there when these are taking them steps into this big dangerous world. If we don't act on this, your kids are going to be divided like we are all their lives. And what you've seen in Liverpool tonight is a prime example of how easy it is for all Scousers to get a flong. And if all Scouse can do it, I reckon all Manchester can do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if you've got all Manchester unified and all Liverpool unified, the bridge is already there. Then you've got two cities unified. No big Manchester and Liverpool disturbances through football. The system's tactics of division. Then you haven't got to worry about your fella going to a match at Liverpool's ground. How great would it be? I know it's far-fetched thinking, but when unity is established, nothing's far-fetched. Everything's possible. When you've got unity, everything. You need to just believe in that, being unified. I'm trying it, tried it again today. I'm just reaching out to people who are looking at the floor, sitting there by themselves all day at the end of that immigration centre, not doing bored. I'm just fist bumping them and giving them a smile. Can't even speak English to them, but the smile they get on the face just off that little bit of, and that's what's needed with these people that are coming through. Yeah, some of them are horrible, but not all of them. Some of them are just lost little boys, mate. Had the mum and dad blew to bits here or something. You know, so these kids, they need accepting. It's where, look, they're coming and they're staying. All the action that you think you're doing to prevent these things happening, you can't about it, basically. It's coming. You need to just get on with it. Continue to do what you should have been doing from the get-go. Make your community safe. The people that reside on your community safer. Make sure the women and children are fully secure. Doesn't matter, like I was going to tell every woman on here now, every single woman on here now, regardless if you've got a dog, regardless if you've got a bike, I'm going to recommend every single woman in here that carries a bag to go and get the smallest, heaviest bike chain and put the heaviest padlock on it and keep it in your handbag. It's not a weapon, it's legit. They can't arrest you for it, they can't take you into custody for it. It's a legit weapon just in case you come unstuck with your children somewhere. You mightn't have used a weapon in life and you might think, what the f*** are you chatting now? But a bike chain is like swinging a skipping rope. And the weight of it, and life out of them, whoever, if ever. It's just nice to know that you've got a little bit of, and you see if you're walking down the street insecure, you see these lads that are walking around with knives, they use that knife as a way of making them emotionally secure when they're on the streets. What you'll find out when you've got this chain with the padlock in your bag on a daily, while the climax is like this, you'll get your security back. You feel I'm secure now. If someone comes near me, at least I've got something to protect myself and my kids. It makes a massive difference compared to when you've just got your phone and no confidence in the police. Trust me. So just small bike chain, decent padlock, keep it in your handbag. If your daughter's going out, handbag. Make sure your daughter's not a loose cannon who's getting pissed of a Friday though. You know, she's going to start taking out and having straighteners with that 14-year-old girl over that 19-year-old coke dealer. Make sure you don't give a girl like that it. But this is what you need to start doing, girls and boys. I mean, girls and your daughters. Women and your daughters then. You know, take them little precautions. You know, see your nails, your false nails. Have one that's like a knife, sharp as. Do you understand? Just little things like this. See, like your thumbnail. Get a false thumbnail put on. thick as solid and they're sharp. Same with this one, so if anything goes wrong, you're able to get in there and scrape the life out of them. I'm just thinking about your safety. You've got people laughing here, but I think I'm making valid points here for you girls. If you're worried about your safety with what's going on in the country, take the little steps I've just told you. Don't worry about how it looks. Think about the possibility of an attack and what this is going to do for you. If you've got a square nail false and you try and pull his eye out when he's trying to grab you, it's not really going to happen. But you see if it's sharp with a point, it's poking it right out, trust me. Different ball game. And if you've got that on your finger, it's just like having a poke, mate. Basically. You've got lads in jail that have got nails like this. Honest to God. And there's only one reason why they've got it like that. Alright, well what else can you go to? You can't exactly have a kosh. You can't have CS spray. You can't have... So what do you have? Pepper spray? A lady's allowed to carry pepper spray. You know, there's loads of things, loads of little things, like having a little squealer on your keys, pull it off and go, whee! Little things like that. And that's only when you go off your estate. When you're on the estate, you haven't got to worry. Why? Because every man and boy is looking out for you. When you go off the estate, take that chain with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you're on the estate, hopefully you'll get to the point where you haven't got to worry about the guns going off no more. You won't have to worry about all that no more. You'll be able to just play on the street again. If there's unity. Unity spreads dead fast. People embrace it. They like the feeling of it. It's like a feeling of a brotherhood type thing when there's unity. You know, when you've got people watching your back and you're watching theirs, it sort of spreads. You know, the secure in the mind type of feeling spreads. And when you've got that secure in the mind thing, the confidence and everything comes back into play, doesn't it? When you're a little insecure up here, a little bit unsure about what's coming here and what's going there, you can't really focus anywhere else, can you? Because everything's basically put on this. But when you're secure in the mind, everything sort of sinks back in, you can get confident again. Because there must be loads of birds out there. I know there's loads of little gay boys shocked or scared to come out of the rooms, aren't they? So girls, there's going to be loads of girls out there that are insecure right now. Because it's children and girls that are getting targeted. Isn't it? And it's not the first incident. You know, we've seen a mum and a child in a pram in London get targeted with acid. So this is the man you've got to contemplate. And they're going to the places where you all go, the places that shouldn't be there, the places that destroyed our community in the first places, absolutely damaged them. Your Asdas, your Morrisons, these big public places seem to attract all them type of plant pots